I was very shocked to hear and to read one of the phrases you put on your presentations by or this high-functioning woman with Asperger syndrome that said to you after that phrase that if he would have been a man, things would have been different for her.
Yes.
Why do you think is that in our society today?
You hear that so often from women. You hear that time after time after time. I think the expectations of women to fit into a certain mold is a lot stronger. I think it's more acceptable to be an eccentric man, especially in an academic field, you know, the mathematician or the scientist, than being an eccentric woman. And Temple Grandin actually says that. She says, if you're a man and you dress in an untidy way and you don't care about how you look, but you're only interested in your subject, that's acceptable. But if you're a woman, she says that you are seen as being a bit grungy and not right, and you're not taken seriously. And so a lot of these women have a huge problem with the expectations that society puts on them as women. They also have autism. And Temple Grandin writes quite a lot on that, on how different it is to be a woman with autism as opposed to a man. I think the other thing also is that women with autism tend to choose partners that have similar interests to them. That's how they make friends. So they'll often choose men that are equally different as they are. And in that way, they also almost become an isolated couple. You know, a couple both with autism can become quite an isolated couple. Whereas if a man with autism will generally marry a woman who's very sociable, so his life will be a lot broader, and bringing up children will be a lot easier. So I do think society does put a lot of expectations on women, especially women with autism. But I think the other thing is because we know so little about these women, we've never thought about it before. So it's a good time for us to start thinking about it now, because you'll take something like, if you're a teenager, as a girl, you expect her to dress a certain way. What if you can't stand the feeling of clothing? What if you don't care? You'd rather be in your jeans and nice flat shoes, because being uncomfortable in high heels. All of those sort of things actually come into it, and I've got a lot of girls at school who actually say, no, they don't want to dress like that, it's silly. And yet I've got others who want nail polish and everything. So I do think we've got a lot to learn when it comes to women.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.